It's July 22nd, 2025. And so the Canadian government, I'll show you how July 13th, I didn't have this, but a new patient's at the hospital here, and with that DNA transfer attribute sharing, they could share attributes. So I'm being on the victimization end of this. And so I'll just show you that. And they, at the Syria hospital, they pretend they're either not competent or they're complicit to organized crime. They pretend that I'm a hermaphrodite. They go from referring to me as a he or a she. Like in the doctor's notes, the consenting capacity board wasn't able to understand, or they're not competent, or they're colluding with crime, because the doctor went from saying his circumcision scar. So they're using digital impulses to. I'll show all this proof in a second here. But my circumcision scar, basically, and then saying that her sternum and her back muscles. So I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm not a hermaphrodite. And here's all their attempts right here. Their futile attempts. And so I'm going to show you. Watch how I'm gonna disconnect because there's many people connected to me. I'm gonna try. So they're trying to do it, but they're gonna try to make my eyebrows move up simultaneously, up or down. But I'm gonna be able to show how I can make them move by disconnecting two different human hijackers. How my eyebrows are gonna move either up or down independently. Watch this. Right? There's that. So then. So you can see, so they're hacking it right there. So here's the human, that's Toshiba, and so there, I just did it there. So that was Toshiba in Japan, and I'm in Canada. So once again, I'm not the true acting. Well, I'm going to be the true emperor. So showing the perpetrators right there. This is all human hijackers, and so the current acting emperor of Japan. That's high treason against me. I'm going to be Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. I'm going to be the true emperor of Japan. So for Toshiba to try to hide their culpability towards me, you're not going to exist as a company. Like I proved this on film. So I'm going to show you how I didn't have wrinkles on as of July 13th. I'm going to show you basically what happens here, and it's in Canada's interest to acknowledge that, with brain-computer interface and remote patient monitoring, that people's biologies are capable of being hacked, because then we can, we could get a firewall for our brain. We have firewalls for computers. We have malware software for computers. But people with digital impulses could activate nanotechnology into drugs, basically, like through. So there's a perpetrator at the Syria hospital. His name's Annie. The guy can't even tell analog time, right? And so they're able to route his biology through me to make it seem that I'm going to show you how capable I am. With my theories, I'm able to restore vision. Right here, I'll just show you that first. Yes, it's theoretically possible for electromagnetic waves to be used to transmit information to nanotechnology biomolecular communication devices within the brain, which could then stimulate the visual primary cortex to create visual perceptions. This concept involves using nanotechnologies to interface with the nervous system, potentially restoring or enhancing vision for individuals with vision impairment. So this technology right there is better pathways. So with that, I enhanced human vision completely. So now I'll just show you here some of the other technologies, how they could share attributes. So right here it says DNA can be transferred between organisms within even the same organism through various mechanisms resulted in the sharing of genetic attributes. So I'm clearly on the victimization end. I don't consciously share my attributes with people. Why would I want to be diminished for people? And so my perpetrators or my human parasites could benefit. People take medication to kill parasites. And yes, brain-computer interface technology, particularly when combined with remote patient monitoring, could potentially help patients walk. So that means with technology, they could hijack the human experience. And I haven't consciously signed up for any remote patient monitoring clinics. My name's Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. I got 4 names in my name. Christian Eric Arnie Meyer's one individual human. I have one brain, I have one psyche, and one aura. Right? My aura is different than every other human on the planet, and I want it to be used for myself. I don't want to share my aura with anybody. No human should share their aura or psyche with another human individual, because that's how people are inadvertently killed, and that's how, like, organized crime clearly is aware of remote patient monitoring, and they've infiltrated the system. That's why the Canadian mental health, they go for, I'll just show you right here, they go from referring to an individual as R. So not one doctor Not one doctor, this is Form 33 in Ontario. It says, are not mentally capable to consent to a treatment of a mental disorder. This is Form 33. So that's say are is plural, and that means more than one individual. That in English, that means more than one individual, and is a singular. So Christian Aragorni Meyer is one individual. And so I'm going to show you once again how on July 13th, I didn't have these wrinkles at all because there's a perpetrator. Her name's Tammy. She's from Blind River. And they're making me exhibit her characteristics. So once again, watch, I'm going to make my eyebrows move independently. Oh, so they're seeing how whenever I do something, all they do is see how excited they are. So that's Tyler. And so all they do is allow perpetrators, and they're not following my directive. And, I'm going to post a video, later on. I posted one on YouTube showing how much I look like the royal household and the British in the United Kingdom and Canada's in the Commonwealth. And with an electron microscope or 16 times magnification, current $50 bills in circulation says on the right ear of Lester Pearson says Christian is king. And on the left nostril of that $10 bill says, shows my face, Christian Aragorni Meyer. And so I'm going to be king. The Queen's on the $20 bill. I'm supposed to be overtly on the $100 bill. And, police in Canada think the king doesn't have power, but the prime minister is sovereign. And I'll just show you the proof of this. I'll just show you the proof of this here. So all executive authority is vested in the sovereign. So the monarch's consent is necessary. So I'm the king. I'm going to be the king of the Canadian economy, well, the British Commonwealth, and that means Canada is part of the Commonwealth by association. So I'm going to be king of Canada. So any crimes against me is attempted regicide. So for you to allow violators to access my brain, and that these patients aren't doctors. These people, these psyches don't have any qualifications. You're not qualified. So once again, I'm going to show you how I didn't have these wrinkles on July 13th. That I'm going to play a video. Well, actually, I'll show you this first. I'll show you two things first. So I'm going to show you, before I show you that I have wrinkles on July 13th that I don't have now, I'm going to show you how my screen recorder doesn't have the capabilities of have wrinkle reduction capabilities. And then I'm going to show you how it's not possible for somebody to age on live film and have them rejuvenate on live film without moving. So I'll show you that here. So I'm just trying to, so that's, let's see. So you can see in Canada that, well, I just happened to stumble across this. You can see in Canada there's a freedom of thought because thoughts could be implanted. I'll just show you that as well. And people can decode our brain frequencies and hear what we think. So George Orwell wrote a book about the thought police. I'm looking for the screenshot for how people on live film. It's not like I'm all over the place. I just happened to stumble across this, so I'm going to utilize the information and to make this more strategically to make it more strategic, so I can leverage it against the Canadian government in the future when I litigate against them. So let's see. So subliminals, they can manipulate it says right here, they can manipulate your activity or behavior. So with brain-computer interface and remote patient monitoring, and for them to manipulate you subconsciously, in subliminal images, they can manipulate your behavior. So they can hijack your human experience. And so right here it says theoretically computational medication could be leveraged. Could leverage their hack me right here. Every time I read digital impulses, they hack my brain at that point. With once again, his name's Anthony. He can't even tell analog time. He has to ask people to tell the time for him because that's his capability. He's inept. So once again, this is Xavier. He's more competent, but nobody should be able to hijack my body. I got one body. So theoretically, computational medicine could be leveraged through digital impulses to trigger nanotechnology-based drug delivery. So that means they could cause disease or heal you. That's malware, basically. And so, yes, it's possible to amplify a person's self-talk voice and decipher brain signals and relate it to internal speech. So so it says even translated into audio, speech, or text. So that proves that people could listen to your thoughts. So I'm just looking here. I'm looking for that screen recorder. It should be coming up soon. So right here, I'm going to get a Nobel Prize for this. This shows that I'm able to restore vision for the blind and enhance human vision characteristics. So right here, scientists could decode brainwaves and eavesdrop on what you hear. There's more proof. And you can see the date. This was from January 31st, 2012. It's July 22nd, 2025. So fMRI signals can be used to implant words. So that means they can implant words into your brain. So they made me, with the brain-computer interface, those terrorists, they hijacked my body to miss. And I've evolved human characteristics. They pretend I'm a hermaphrodite. They in the CCB hearing, none of the board members recognized, once again, from them referring to me as a male or a female, and or how they spell my name incorrectly throughout the whole proceeding, because they have a switch. So they try to help me half the time and then sabotage me half the time. So they refer to me as a different individual. I have one human brain. So this is it right here. No, that's DNA transfer between another individual could share attributes. So once again, in the Quran, well, I didn't mention in this video, but in the Quran, shoplifting, you get your hand off for shoplifting. So once people find out that another human steals their attributes, and they're going to definitely want people to have their limbs cut off for attribute thieves. So I'm just going to pause it and find how the screen recorder, because I, apparently diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, and that's a disease, illness that women typically get. So, I should have forgotten that I was looking for the screen recorder not to have any wrinkle reduction capabilities, or people can rejuvenate on live video. I should have forgotten that, but I haven't. I'm just going through my screenshots, and so I'm just kind of talking as I go here. So this is, I just happened to see this. So before I find the screenshot about the movies, and I just want to mention this. So on the left is Generation 1 biology, and on the right is my biology, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. I'm the only one that has that sun tattoo. And at the Surrey Hospital, they made me gain considerable weight so I couldn't indicate my pectoral muscles. I had a six-pack at 47 years old before I came here, and most men at 47 years old, they take testosterone pills, and you can see I disconnected some females, so my voice is naturally this deep, and when females are connected to me, my penis is constricted, so they flood me with estrogen to restrict my masculinity. And once again, I'm going to be true king. And that's crimes against the sovereign, attempted regicide, which is high treason, and currently that's punishable by life in prison, which is 25 years concurrently for each crime. And once the Canadian public finds out that anybody could hijack another person and pretend to be a doctor, lawyer, judge, politician, and they secretly kill Canadians, it's going to be easy for me to entice that we need to execute these people and put them to death because they could harm Canadians from within prison systems. So I'm just going through my screenshot. I'm still, I haven't forgot. Like I'm still looking for the Mobizan, how it doesn't have any anti-wrinkle reduction capabilities. But I came across this book, in 2018. I was Google searching my name just to see what information came up, and I came across Stephanie Meyer. Her name's spelled the exact same way as me, and she's talking about parasitic aliens. So now I know that DNA transfer is possible, and people are able to exploit another person's attributes. So they're parasitic humans. And once again, people take medication to kill parasites. So this one's important. So no, the Canadian public healthcare system, Medicare, does not cover wrinkle rejuvenation procedures like Botox or dermal fillers. So I seen this one. I'm still looking for the Mobizan anti-reduction. I got like 70 screenshots in this folder. So I'm trying to go through fast because I have to hand in my phone soon. So I realized how I couldn't find the Mobizan wrinkle reduction screenshot where how live videos, I ended up deleting them, so I had to find them in trash. So I did stumble across this. So this shows that televisions, computers, cell phones, and any light source could emit digital impulses in the form of electromagnetic radiation. So once again, digital impulses with computational medicine could deliver nano-based drugs, causing like malware or medication. And I've never signed any. And when you get medication in Canada, you're supposed to get a printout of about the drugs, and you're supposed to have strategies and discharge plans from the medication and usage. So here it is. It says so no Mobizan, the screen recorder doesn't have naturally any built-in wrinkle reduction capabilities. My name is Christian Eric Arnie Meyer, and once again with that schizoaffective disorder, that's just that disorganized thinking. So I should have forgot completely about that I was going to include the Mobizan screen recorder screenshot, and the next one should be how people on live video can't rejuvenate, get wrinkles and then rejuvenate. And So I did, at the beginning of the video, I mentioned how I'm going to show you how from July 13th I didn't have wrinkles, and then how I was able to get wrinkles on film, and then, well, not get them, I didn't want to get them, how they gave me wrinkles on film, human hijackers, at my expense through DNA transfer. They pretended to be me by exhibiting their psyche, and they would exhibit my psyche, which is flawless. And so that being said, it shouldn't happen on live video, and I should have forgotten this. You know, with schizoaffective disorder, I shouldn't have been able to retain this information for that long. So you can see, no, it's not possible for somebody to develop wrinkles on live video and for them to disappear instantly without any physical movement. So now I'll show you the proof that this could happen. So this is a screenshot, so I'll just show you here. So you can see here, this is left. You can see I don't have any wrinkles underneath my eyes. And this is where they gave me wrinkles in video, on live video, underneath my eyes. And this is where I recovered and I didn't have any wrinkles underneath my eyes. And this was only 9 days ago. Right, so I'll just play the video here. And this video right here shows basically that how I made the video from July 13th, but I'll show you the actual video from July 13th. It's on here. So it's under computer stuff. So here's the video right here. You can see, I'll just... So money. So I guess I don't have to, like, I'll just show you this one. So you can see how it's July 13th, 2025 at 8:43 p.m. This was before Tammy from Blind River came here. And now they're trying to pretend that she's me. She's been a patient here 3 times. She's been brought, like, well, I've been here over like almost 80 days. So they've been using her to justify violating my human experience. So once again, watch this video. You can see I didn't move. There was no change in lighting. And this is one live video. And once again, with the MobiZen screen recorder, there's no built-in wrinkle reduction capabilities. And it's not possible for somebody to get wrinkles and then for them to disappear instantly without moving.
Christian Meyer, and I'm going to show you how you can basically restore the vision to the blind. I'm just making this video because I emailed this concept to the Canadian National Institute for the Blind, and you know what they did? They, oh, look at this. I'm just getting aged on film here, and so I'm going to turn off my human thread, and so you can hear me.
So you can see how I got wrinkles, and then the wrinkles disappeared without me moving. And that's not supposed to happen. Right, so this happens because my extraordinary characteristics. I'll just show you a couple things real fast here. Couple things real fast. I got a couple minutes here. They haven't asked me for my phone yet, so this shows. So I'm just gonna pause this, go back here, but. So you can see that I'm Christian Meyer. I'm a white male. They pretend either I'm a black male or a female at times to justify raping my human experience. And they use digital impulses. Once again, looking at cell phones could emit digital impulses, and so they could administer medication with nanotechnology. And if any good people, they haven't been registered, so they can't be profiled to sabotage. And add subliminal, like these people, these rapists, they add subliminal porn, child porn, or bestiality to my images or videos to prevent me from have my videos known under Bill C-18. And they say that there's hate propaganda, and I don't have any of that in my videos. I'm anti. This is my attempts all the time to stop rape, like child pornography, rape, and bestiality, and all they do is stop me from doing it. The Canadian government. So once again, it's in Canada's national interest to acknowledge that this technology is possible. Then politicians can't be hijacked, right? The Canadian public could buy. It's like we have a lock for our car or our house. We have firewalls for our computers and antivirus softwares for our computers. How come we're not allowed to buy software to protect our human mind? Our brain's made up of water. I showed all the proof that it's biologically possible. So you can see my evolutionary attributes. No man on the planet has pectoral muscles like that. So I'll just show you something real fast here. So I'm just going to go to transfers here and show you. So this is merged. So this is on the right here. That's King Charles, the current acting king of the United Kingdom, and right here is his dad. So right here, this is me on the right, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. And once again, that's King Charles's dad. But the picture there, they added non-organic. So you can see how I look more like King Charles's dad than he does. And then once again, this is King Charles, and this is his official grandfather. King Charles is on the right, and George VI is on the left. So without any non-organic, they can't lie about this. People with vision can see this. And then this is me, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer on the right, and then George VI on the left. How come I look more like King Charles's father and grandfather than he does, if I'm not the true king? My half-sister lived on Princess Crescent. My mother-in-law got me a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel. And I'll just show you right now how behind the Royal York, there's a street called Piper Street in Toronto. I adopted a dog named Piper, and once again with brain computer interface and remote patient monitoring, I felt like I was hijacked for buying marijuana, $10 worth of marijuana. 1 gram, it was a $90 fine at the time. So it is Piper Street behind Royal York. So what are the chances that my sister had lived on Princess Crescent, and they always make typos, and I have evolved human biology. You don't see a pigeon smash its beak off the ground, and they peck really fast, right? So how come I have evolved human biology and I make typos? And this wouldn't be possible without a rapist at the Syria hospital like Joan. She's a nurse. Like my half sister Brandy, her mom's name's Joan, so Joan is affinity with that. Is there Piper Street behind Royal York in Toronto by Union Station? So what are the chances I had a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel, and yes, there is a Piper Street located behind the Fairmount Royal York Hotel. So anyways, what are the chances that I had a dog named Piper? I had a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel. My sister lived at Princess Crescent. My family went to a royal wedding. I'll just show you the proof of that now. So here, look at all the royals. This is Edward VIII. He looks like my twin. This is George the Fifth. This is he looks like me, and this is King Charles's great grandfather. Once again, he doesn't look like him. This is William II, the last German emperor. He looks like me. This is Nicholas II, the last Russian Tsar, who looks like me. This is Nicholas II's father, Alexander III, who looks like me, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. And then this is his wife. This is Edward VII, who looks like me, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. And then this is the last William II's father, Frederick III, and his mom, Augustus Victoria. They look like my parents. This looks like my mom on the right, Bridget Woola Meyer, and my dad, Barry John Diggins Sr. And this is one of Queen Victoria's sons, Alfred, and he looks like me. This is Princess Helena, Christian. She looks like me, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. This is Princess Beatrice. She looks like me, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. This is Prince Augustus Frederick. He looks like me, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. He was Queen Victoria's uncle, and I believe he fathered most of her kids. That's why there's such a resemblance to me. And this is Captain James Cook on the left, who looks like me, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. And then on the right is Charlotte Mecklenburg-Strelitz, who I believe had kids with Captain James Cook. And my grandmother's maiden name was Cook, and she told me as a young boy we could be related to him, and he discovered Australia. And so here's Henry VIII. You can see how he looks like me, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. And this is Hadrian. He built Hadrian's Wall. You can see how he looks like me, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. You can see this is Marcus Aurelius. You can see how he looks like me, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. You can see this is Antonius Prius. This is Marcus Aurelius's predecessor. He looks like me, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. I just thought there. Yeah, there's many kings that look like, and emperors that look like me. And this is Augustus Victoria. Like on the left is Augustus Victoria, who looks like my mother as an adult, Bridget Woola Meyer. And on the right is a white girl with brown hair and hazel eyes, and her name's Kaylee Jordan Meyer. And she looks like identical to Augustus Victoria. So what are the chances that? So I guess I didn't show you this. I'll show you the royal wedding invitation now. So what are the chances that I look like so many kings? My daughter looks like Queen Victoria's oldest daughter, and her husband looks like my father, and when she's an adult, she looks like my mom, and their son looks like me. What are the chances if I'm not royal? Unlikely. Unlikely. So I'm just going to make a new video, a new picture real fast here. I'm just going to show you here. So here's the royal wedding invitation. It says the 20th of August, 1871, Princess Louise. And here's the back of it. It says Jack, that's my official grandfather's name. Colin Campbell was a great-grandparent of his. And Colin Campbell was, he was a field marshal at this point in time in 1871. Colin Campbell was the field marshal in the United Kingdom, and the United Kingdom was the superpower on the planet, right? So I'm related, I believe he had kids with Princess Helena. That's why her son was Christian Victor, and she was Princess Christian. That's why my name's Christian.